Hi guys, so basically I'm making a tutorial on these crochet toe caps that I made for my roller skates. They were made specifically for my size, which is a size 10 I'm a size 9 in women's. So honestly, it might not fit for everybody, but if you know how to make those adjustments, definitely do so they can fit your skates. So what you're going to want to do is make a magic circle, which is almost as if starting a chain, but not completely making that first chain. And then you'll chain one, and then you'll single crochet 12 times in that circle. Anyways, I do want to give a disclaimer, basically, saying that, I'm not a professional. I did teach myself how to crochet using YouTube, and YouTube has been a great resource for me to learn a bunch of different things. So I may not know all the terminology, or the specific things that is required, so just, bear with me. But I figured that I would share this with a lot of people, because there are a lot of people that have the similar problem of trying to find a decent toe cap pattern to follow for their roller skates. So if someone did something similar, awesome. I just figured I would share this with people just to help everybody out, because I know it's a struggle to find some toe caps. So once you finish, what you're going to want to do is grab that string and pull on it so you can tighten up the ring, or that round. And then after that, you'll want to find the first stitch, and it should be 12 stitches in total for the first round. So you're going to slip stitch in that first stitch. And then you're going to want to chain one. And now you're going to start your second round. So now in that first stitch, you are going to make one single crochet, and then around the entire round you're going to single crochet 2 in each stitch. Now we're going to be working on our third row. So what I'm going to do is slip stitch into this first stitch, chain one, and then what I'm going to do is single crochet in that first stitch. And then after that, what we're going to do is single crochet 2 in one stitch. So here's one single crochet, and here's is the second single crochet in the same stitch. So we have 2 single crochets in that same second stitch. And then basically what we're going to do is just repeat that same process all the way around for our 3rd round. Okay, so now that we are done with our 3rd row, what we're going to do is slip stitch into that first stitch on this row. It's going to be right here. Then chain 1. And then we're going to start our 4th round. So after you chain 1, what you do is single crochet into every stitch, skipping the first stitch. So alrighty, so now that we finished round 4, what we're going to do is slip stitch into that first stitch of the same round, and then chain 1. So now we're going to start on our 5th round. So after you chain 1, what you're going to do is single crochet in the second stitch, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. After you do that, you're going to skip a stitch and then single crochet in 1 stitch, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. So skip 1, crochet into the next one, skip 1, single crochet in the next one, skip 1, single crochet in the next one. So as you see, it's starting to pull this together, so we're starting to get a little bit of a round right there on the side. So after you do that, what you're going to do is single crochet 11 times around. If that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So after you do that, what you're going to do is skip 1, single crochet 1, and we're just going to repeat the previous process, which is 3 times. So skip 1, single crochet into 1 stitch, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch. So you did that 3 times. And after that, what you're going to do is single crochet 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to have that one left open. So what you're going to do is slip stitch into the first stitch. So now that that's done, we slip stitched into the first stitch. We're going to chain 1, and now we're going to start our 6th round. So what you're going to do is single crochet into the first stitch, that being that one. Then after that, you are going to single crochet 2 times in every stitch. if it's easier for you, what you can do is just flip this inside out and just go. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have your skates on hand so you can make sure that you're making the right adjustments and making sure that everything is going to fit correctly. So right now everything is starting to look good on mine, and just to let you know, my skate is a size 9. I got the Roller Derby brand, and I got these off of Amazon. It was my first cheap pair of skates. So, as you can see, it's a little beat up, so I might be a little too late. But I'm mainly doing it for my mom and just for the looks of it. So, and then I do plan on buying some more skates in the future. So, this is going to be my model here, and then if you look, I do have some LED lights from Luminous. So, yeah, so that's everything here. So everything looks good with this. So now that we finished our 6th round, what we're gonna do is we're going to slip stitch to that first stitch and then chain 1. So after you chain 1, now what we're gonna do is start on our 7th round. So after you chain 1, single crochet in the 2nd stitch. So it's going to be 1, 2. So it's going to be the 2nd stitch. I'm going to single crochet. And then what you're going to do is skip 1 and single crochet in the next. So skip 1, single crochet. You're going to single crochet again in the next stitch. And what you're going to do is repeat this process all the way around. So, skip 1 stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet again in the next stitch, skip 1, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet in the next stitch, skip 1, single crochet. Repeat that all the way around. So now that there is 2 stitches left in the 7th round, what we're going to do is skip that 1 stitch and single crochet into that last stitch. Now we are going to end off the 7th round by slip stitching into that first stitch. So now that we ended that off, we're going to start on our 8th round, and what we're going to do is chain 7. So now that we chain 7, we're actually going to make our hole for our toe stop. So what we're going to do now is slip stitch into the 3rd stitch. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into this 3rd stitch. Now that we have that done, what we're going to do is single crochet all the way around. Alrighty, so now we are coming back to that 7 chain toe stop hole right here. So in this stitch we are going to single crochet. And this stitch is actually going to start our 9th round. So what we're actually going to do, instead of single crocheting into the chains, we're going to single crochet around the chains. And what I did was single crochet 11 around the 7 chains right here. So this is what So we're going to go through the hole, pull through, and pull through again. And then you can just scoop that down if needed. Basically what you're going to do is do that 11 times around the 7 chains. So 1, 2, so this is 2, 3, so now I have 11 single crochets around that 7 chain. Last single crochet on that 7th chain, or around that 7th chain, you're going to single crochet into this first stitch right here. And then you're going to do that 10 more times. So after that, you're going to chain 3, and this is going to start our lace holes. I don't want to really make these too loose, because what ends up happening is this will be tight and this will be loose, so they'll look like 2 different sizes and they'll look a little funny. So we want to make sure that we are doing it securely and not too loose. After you chain 3, what you're going to do is skip 1 stitch and single crochet into that next stitch. So this is what it turns out to be. After you do that, you're going to single crochet 5 more times. So it'll be 6 single crochets in total in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After you did that 6 single crochet, what you're going to do is chain 3. And make sure you're not doing your chains too tight, because you don't want them to be too small. So same process where you skip that stitch, you're going to single crochet into this next stitch. Close that off. There we go. Here's those right here, and these are going to be the eyelets for the laces. And then after you have single crochet to close that chain, what we're going to do is crochet 10 more times. So we have that 1 single crochet to end it, and that would be our 11th stitch. But after we do that stitch, we'll need to do 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, and 10. And that last single crochet is basically ending off our 9th row. So in total, from that last one, there should be 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 single crochets. What we're gonna do is just start single crocheting in almost pretty much every stitch all around. So when we come up to the eyelet for the lace, the first one here, we see that this stitch is open, so we're going to actually still single crochet into that stitch. And then as the same process for that 7 chain, we are actually going to single crochet around the chain. So we're going to do 3 single crochets around this 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. So there's that, and that's what that looks like there. Then after that, what you're going to do is single crochet straight, and then the same process with the other eyelet. Now, once we get about to right here, so this stitch right here, which is pretty much where the start of that arc is, we are going to slip stitch into there and then pull through it again, which is going to end off our edges. And then you're going to use your scissors and cut, obviously. So there we go. So what you can do is crochet these into the stitches so that they're not coming out. So that's one. This where we ended off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on that 6th one, I'm going to go from the back, go through, out, in, out, in. So basically I'm just weaving through those chains, and then I'm going to pull those through here, pull that, and then I'm going to turn this inside out. Basically what I like to do is, so I'll pull this right here, which is the same part of this. Process. It's just what I prefer to do. Like I said before, I am not a professional, so it's honestly up to you and your preferences. So now that you ended that off, now what you can do is cut that hair, and then you can do the same thing with this and just weave it through. So here's the finished product. Fits correctly and is adjusted, and as we look on here, everything is good, and you can even see that it's in the perfect spot for my toe stop. So you'll screw in your toe stop right here and lace them up and lace them through here. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a sec. Here is what the finished product looks like. So it's nice and fitted, has great